video, we got Fully Raw Kristina and the ethics of veg sauce. Is it ethical to slander and defame someone on such a large scale that, in my opinion, VegNews has done? Right, put your melons down. Actually, I'll put my melon down. You pick your melon up. Keep carving up. Let's dive deep in this one. Okay, we got Fully Raw Kristina. VegNews. VegNews. Now, Kristina, I've known her personally. First time I met Kristina was in 2006 up in Sergio Valley there, up in a Doug Graham event in 2006, and she's about 19. Young, skinny thing, and just a nice girl, and helped to get on social media in terms of YouTube, and helped to get a name going, and gave her some shout outs back in the day when she was very, very new, and done really well for herself. Congrats on there. We've had a little bit of minor banter here and there, and stuff like that, but nothing too personal. But this VegNews thing, this is pretty defamatory, and I don't agree with it. And so someone's like, well, how come you're speaking about this? Kristina wouldn't have your back in a situation. Why would you have hers? Because it's just the right thing to do. Like if someone's, that's why I live a very light life, like a very happy life, very content life, is I'm not afraid to say, hey, as much as I disagree with this person in this, you can't say that about them. That's just wrong. That's really wrong. You can't go around just defaming people like that, on a big scale. So the VegNews, that was pretty epic, defamatory, in my opinion. If I was Kristina, she's got the money. VegNews has got money. And she's in the USA. Get some lawyers on it and just get that apology, big scale. So it seems like someone at VegNews has a grudge, an axe to grind against. That was malicious. This wasn't just a little Facebook comment, like someone late at night wrote something to Kristina on a Facebook comment, blah, blah, blah. This was like, VegNews broadcasted it to like over 500,000 audience, whatever they have. I don't know what subscriber count they got. Now, I'm glad VegNews is out there to spread the message, but this is really wrong. So what happened is some haters, whenever you get to a certain level of fame on social media, you get a group of haters. And you just get one, you get like this, like a little mini me group, 10, 20, 30 people, or whatever, and they'll just be like full on against you and stuff like that. That's just part of the territory. So Kristina's got that group of haters who want to see her down because she's attractive. Kristina's attractive. She's, she's showcased on social media. Maybe it's a little bit fake, but that's just influencer lifestyle. Everyone's doing it. But she's attractive and she's young and she's living this carefree life. But there is other things behind the scenes I won't go into. It's not a perfect life by any means, but she presents well, speaks well, pretty, attractive, all that stuff. So it creates a lot of jealousy. And then when people get they see a bit of a crack or something to drive a wedge into and exaggerate and take it out of context and be malicious, this is what's happened. So Kristina got devoted off this VegNews. Correct me if I'm wrong. VegNews had this like poll of your favorite vegan or vegetarian influencer or whatever. Correct me if I'm wrong. And then the haters, nyeh. And then VegNews is like, we're very sorry. We've removed Kristina. Apologies for our mistake. We don't accept any blah 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 blah, implying that Kristina is blah 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 blah. And I'm just like, man, that's pretty wrong. That's very, very wrong. So this is why I'm making a video about it, saying that what VegNews did is, in my opinion, very wrong. Because this sort of stuff can inspire and instigate like violence against people, hate crimes and stuff like that. So this isn't like, Kristina's, this isn't saying, Durianrider's on steroids. It's like, whatever, who cares, when you make up something about someone and put it on a public level at a big scale, that ain't right. So VegNews saying we don't support Kristina because of XYZ is basically saying, in my opinion, Kristina is XYZ, which is totally not true. Kristina's not what they claim at all, in a bad way, It's like, but you might get people out there who go, yeah, it's true, yeah, I'm jealous of Kristina. Or you get some, mentally unwell individuals out there who go, yeah, this is Kristina, yeah, and they can just carry on. So, in my opinion, Kristina can't let this slide. She should take legal action against VegNews. It's not appropriate. I'm currently taking legal action against an individual. Can't mention too much details about it, but it's I've put the money to the lawyers. We've got the writ coming, and it's balls in motion because I'm like, enough's enough. Enough's enough. Like, you can say certain things about me, I don't care, but if these things that you say about me are untrue, then I start to care. All right, so enough's enough. So we're finally getting legal action there. What will happen with that? I don't know. But you just, you can't go around defaming people. Like, you can't call someone racist if they're not racist. That's just wrong, man. That's wrong. You can't go around saying someone's a rapist or they stole my bike or whatever. Just like, criminal sort of stuff. Steroids, fake natty stuff. I mean, it's pretty obvious someone on the juice. You're helping someone not get ripped off by buying their fake natty claims. That's different. That's in the public interest. If I was a teenager buying such and such a program, thinking I was going to look like Athlean X or whatever, and I'm doing these chin-ups and buying the creatine, spending all my pocket money on this program, thinking I'm going to look like him, but you never ever will, because you're natty, they're not, So then that's a public service. Like, you're helping out you're helping the youth not get scammed, right? So that's a different setup. But yeah, if you're saying someone's, a racist when they're not, or they're a rapist when they're not, that's just wrong, man. That is wrong, and on a big scale, not just like a little comment that they delete 5 minutes later and it's all done and dusted. Like, broadcasting that to the world, like VegNews has done with Kristina, that's wrong. That is wrong. So someone, in my opinion, at VegNews really hates Kristina, or they don't understand the damages that they're doing by making such a statement, right? So I think it stemmed, correct if I'm wrong, if Kristina interviewed someone a while back who was an influencer of her with nutrition, John Rose, etc. I think this is what it's about. And so then, it's like, I mean, we all have different views on things, just so we might agree on nutrition, but someone disagrees about religion or politics or blah, 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 blah. And then it can just get, in the USA, it can get hot and heavy pretty quick. So yeah, anyway, that's my little rant and rave. Just wanted to give Kristina some support there, even though she wouldn't give me support. That's just who I am, that's who she is. It's not good or bad, it just is. So I just wanted to say that, I think it's the right thing to do to say, hey, what you said is wrong. You know what I mean? You can't say that, because that could incite hate or violence against someone who definitely doesn't deserve it. That's like witch hunt sort of style stuff. It's 2021, right? And you're going to start a witch hunt on someone, like, in a bad way? Like, it's crazy, man. It's just dangerous. It's unethical. How can you call yourself a vegan, VegNews, whoever, and then make a large-scale publication saying, we don't support Kristina because of this? It's like, that's messy. That's messy. Now, another example could be, this is the worst case scenario, what I've just mentioned then. Now, if Kristina, if they said to Kristina, if they posted on her page, you support, and then Kristina deleted it, and no one really saw it, but Kristina and the VegNews person, and maybe one or two people who are up awake at 2 a.m. or whatever, yeah, there's a bit different, no deals there. But the fact that they've broadcasted, VegNews has broadcasted it, like, we don't support Kristina, to all their audience. Like, far out, that is because of, that's like, that's such a low move. It's disgusting, really. It is disgusting. And I don't think that VegNews, whoever done that has to apologise and make it better. Otherwise, you're living a massive lie by unfairly putting a label on someone who definitely doesn't deserve it. Is Kristina a rich girl who loves the material stuff in life? For sure. A lot of people do. Most of us do. But is she what VegSauce claim? No way. No way on earth. That is wrong. I'm repeating myself. That's just wrong. VegNews, make it better. Alright, so there you go. So the video, just a little jump cut for the end here. this is a big thing I live in my life is don't be afraid to speak up if you see some injustice going on. Now, there's injustice all over the world. I mean, it's like it's going crazy right now. But in your community, if you can't speak up for injustice in your community, my community is a vegan community. You know, I created a lot of these channels, got them going. If you can't speak up about what's in your community, what's important to you, how can you speak up at a larger level? Right? If you can't tidy your own room, fix your own community, how can you really help on a larger scale? Right? So that's why I encourage people to speak up. If you see bullshit in your community, say, hey, come on now. You know, this person might not be perfect, but no one is. But what you're saying about them is absolute rubbish. What you're saying about them is actually dangerous. And you need to make amends. You need to apologize. You need to say, hey, I was wrong. I'm sorry. How can I make it better? And only if you can do that will you truly live a content-filled life. If you can just be honest and open and upfront and say, hey, you know, I stuffed up, blah, 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 or whatever. You know, or you can call it out and say, hey, come on, man. You know, what are you saying, man? What are you saying? What are you doing? Otherwise, you're just going to live a very depressing life, a very tense life, a very prematurely aging in a negative way. We all get older. We're all going to look older, but it's how you age. Do you age with like a stressed, angry sort of face, or do you age gracefully like, hey, man, life's good sort of face, you know? So are you a stressed-looking 20-year-old? Are you a stressed-looking 30 or 40 or 50 or 60-year-old? Or you're like, man, life's serving up some curveballs, batter them back. It's all good. Shit happens. You know, is that what sort of face you're etching on your face? So everyone makes mistakes. Everyone does stuff we regret. It's only human to do that. And it makes you more human to say, you know what, I was wrong. How can I make it better? I'm sorry. But a lot of people can't do that. And so that's why people hold on to anxiety, tension, stress. Their face looks, you can have a great looking body, but your face is just speaks volumes, you know. So I'd tell people, train your body for sure, but also train your mind, train your ethics, train your morals. Speak up, you know, having that vocabulary, emotional muscle strength where you can say, hey, that's not right. Or, hey, I stuffed up. I fucked up. I'm sorry. And having that freedom to be able to do that, no matter what the haters go, yeah. You can just live so light. Right? You can live so light. And you won't need a psychologist or a psychiatrist or medications or whatever, because you'll be like self-healing your brain. You know, detoxing your body, detox your mind by correcting things, mistakes you've made anyway, and calling stuff out. And just say, hey, it's because it takes more love and takes more energy to point something out than just go be silent and just let the rot and the erosion continue to pervade in your community. Versus, you know, it's harder to speak up, but I'd rather speak up in an honest, sincere, polite, upfront way, honest, real, raw way, adult way, human way, than to smile and, hey guys, it's all good. You know, speak up. And if you start speaking up in your backyard, then that starts to, it perforates. It spreads, man. It spreads in a good way. And then we blanket the earth with more tough love and more congruent behavior and less bullshit, man. Less lying and stuff like that. Just more honesty, transparency, so people can see what's really going on. Without transparency, man, we got no hope for humanity. No hope at all.